Welcome to Tuesdays with Tara. I'm Tara Bundance, and today I'm going to talk about an exercise to help us get out of the yama yama, lots of voices in our heads. So, a lot of times we hold on to beliefs and ideas and thoughts that came to us early in life or throughout our lives from other people and other people's beliefs and other people's ideas, or we locked in ideas and beliefs based on our experiences in our lives, and we hold on to them like they're the most important thing. And the truth is, beliefs are just that. They're just beliefs. They can be let go of. And so this exercise is going to be a two-part exercise. I'm actually going to share it as two videos. The first one is going to be a chorale exercise that you use 2 sheets of paper and a writing utensil, and I'm going to take you through a process. And then the second video is going to be a meditation to kind of take you out of the voices in your head. So the first section is work, and the second section is more of a meditation to move through that energy of the work that we do in the first one. So go ahead and get 2 pieces of paper and a writing utensil and get ready to move through a process around letting go of beliefs that hold you back from abundance, prosperity, self-worth, and acceptance of money in your life. I would also like you to know that you can pause this video anytime you need to throughout this process, because it's going to take you some time to get through this process. While the video might be 10-15 minutes, the process itself might take you 30 minutes or an hour, because you're going to be writing down a lot of things to get all these junky thoughts and beliefs are out of your head that no longer serve you. So I'm going to just read it from my book, The Butterfly Process, Tools for Transformation. And this is the chorale exercise. Okay. Now this chorale exercise, I'm going to show you what the images are in the book, and then that'll give you some idea of how to do it on your own pieces of paper. This concept came to me one day to get clear of the yama yama in my mind, to get out of my own why, and to accept that I am more than body and mind and thoughts. So get in a comfortable seated position in front of your paper and take a couple of heart-centered breaths. Think about something you're grateful for and breathe that in and out through your heart about 3 times. Gratitude in, gratitude out. One more time, gratitude in, and gratitude out, getting you centered into your body, really locked into this present time, present space, where you are right here and right now, noticing the temperature in the room around you, noticing any sounds that might be going on around you, and let yourself become very focused. If you need to, put headphones in to listen to this video while you do this process. Okay, so opening your eyes if you had them closed. Think about money. Think about prosperity. Think about abundance. And just become mindful. What comes up around all of this money stuff? And we're not going to worry about that too much right now, but we're going to come back to it in a little while. Once you have that feeling and the essence of money and anything that might hold you back from having plenty of money to do the things that you love, to express the way that you choose to be in the world, go ahead and grab the first piece of paper and put it right in front of you and turn it sideways so that's lengthwise. And on that sheet of paper, draw a large oval in the center of the paper. It can take up a good portion of the space. You want to leave a little bit of space around it, but go ahead and, draw a good sized oval. This is the chorale that keeps us locked in to a belief or an idea that holds us back from our best and highest good. So imagine this is the corral of beliefs that keep you from prosperity, keep you from abundance, and having all that you desire in your life. Okay. And within this corral, you're going to just draw a little image that might represent you, just a teeny tiny image in the center that it says, and just put on there, me. The way I have it in the book is this circle and you in the center. And now anywhere else on the page, I usually like to take the top of the page or the very bottom of the page, write the issue, like struggle with money, struggle with prosperity, struggle with abundance. Okay, that's your issue. And that's what on here, I just wrote it underneath the circle. I usually like to write it above the circle on the piece of paper. Now, just outside the corral, you're going to draw little small figures or heads to represent all negative voices and thoughts that you hear in your head about money, having all that you desire. So each little thought that you have, write down an image of a person or a head that represents that belief. This is what that looks like. And while you're writing down the heads or the figures, be thinking about things like, this thought started when blank, when I was a certain age, when I was in school, when I got married, just writing down the ideas of what created this first thought about money and prosperity. This idea was created when blank happened. Write down another circle. I started believing this because of what blank told me when I was little. Another one could say, this issue seems to be perpetuated by blank, and just keep going in that direction. This might be a good place to pause so that you can write those images around your corral and think about the ideas that created that certain idea or that certain belief. When you're finished with that section, you can start naming the figures that represent the thoughts that come up around the issue. You can write my boss, my mom, my dad, my partner, my child, my siblings, my coworkers, the coach at school, my teachers in high school or college or elementary school, just writing down the names of people who kind of helped perpetuate or sink in the beliefs around money. So this is what that one looks like. You can see where it has somebody's name or the title of someone. So take your time with this process. Pause this video while you write these down and write the names of grandparent, parent, all of those things. These issues built up over time, this belief around money and having money and what lack feels like, and kind of got locked in to your brain over a period of time. And so it could take a while to get through all of these thoughts and ideas around money. So when you're finished with that, just remember this is your process, okay? And you don't have to share this with anyone. You can tear this piece of paper up when you're done. You can burn it. You can bury it. This is something that you are going through, similar to a focus wheel or similar to an EFT process, that is giving you permission to break free from this belief and these ideas that hold you back around prosperity and abundance. Once you're finished with writing all the names and ideas, the beliefs that you have on the outside of the circle, go back to the inside of the circle and write all around yourself in the center the word why. Write down why as many times as you feel like writing it. As you write this word, begin listening to your thoughts around this particular thing, the money concept. The reason for the word why is to remind us that why is the most hopeless question in the English language. It keeps us trapped. Have you ever tried to answer the question of a 3-year-old when they ask why? We often find ourselves trapped in the question of why without being able to answer it. So this is what that looks like in the circle. Why? When you think about ideas like, why did this idea start in the first place? Where did this belief come from? I don't know. Why do I even still carry it? Why did that person say that thing to me? Why did these people do these things to me? Why were my parents a certain way? Or why were my teachers a certain way? All the beliefs, all the ideas of why, why. Now, write some of the thoughts and feelings around yourself inside the circle. It doesn't matter if the words overlap or become unintelligible. You can't see them, you can't read them later, just to get them out of your head and onto the paper. Things like, I'm not good enough, smart enough, strong enough, big enough, small enough to experience money the way that I want to. Or why me? Or I hate this job, or I hate this belief, or I hate this idea. Why did that person say these things to me when I was a kid? Prove it. That was a big one for me. Prove it. You've got to prove it, Tara. You've got to prove why you deserve to have more money. And also seeking approval. So I might write something like, why do I feel like I have to seek approval from this person or that person? You can even add more whys if you want to. And begin to notice when a thought or phrase brings about some deeper insight into the issue. Breathe into that thought and open yourself up to any awareness that decides to show up. You can even write those inside the circle. So this is what that would look like. It starts looking kind of busy, and it should get pretty filled up with your thoughts and ideas and beliefs. Important note: don't quit now. Keep going. You may feel like running away, or something might be happening to stop your process, like a distraction outside of the room. Your kid might be calling you. Your dog might need to go outside. You may need to go to the bathroom. You may need to get some water. All of these may stop your process, but if they do, come right back to this. This trapped feeling is the reason you're doing the exercise. So you may be feeling trapped by other things going on outside of you. The moment you start to feel nervous or anxious, or like you might want to get away from this process, is when something is about to shift. So keep going. Come right back to this process if you get distracted. Okay, once you've written all those down, be open to what you're feeling and write down the feelings on the outside of the corral. Are you feeling scared, uncomfortable, angry, sad, frustrated, bored, stupid, anxious, or hopeless? Write it down. This is what that would look like. See those words coming out. Be with it. Breathe through it. Allow the thoughts to move through you. These are the biggest egoic thoughts that are holding you trapped inside this issue. Be present. Allow. Breathe. Stretch. Drink some water. Come right back to the exercise and write whatever you have left around this issue. Once you're finished with that, you may even notice some words like curious, excited, and hopeful show up in your thoughts. Write those down too. So that was excited, hopeful, grateful, curious. After you feel like you've written all you can about the thoughts in your head around this subject, look at the paper. Look how jumbled it is. Look how filled up it is. No wonder you've been stuck, right? No wonder you've been really struggling with this issue. These are all the thoughts you've been carrying around in your head. And consider the reality that this is just one issue that you might be thinking of, and it's around money. You have other thoughts and processes around relationships, around work, around life, just general life things. This is just around money. And that's what it looks like in your head. Okay, so now go ahead and set that first sheet of paper aside and take out the other sheet of paper. It's blank and clean and clear. In the center of the page, draw a figure representing my whole, complete, perfect, wonderful self. Nothing else is around it. This is what it might look like, but on one clean, clear sheet of paper. You smiling. You might use an animal to represent you, or you might have just a little stick figure of yourself that represents me. Write down me underneath, or write down your name underneath. Happy, smiling. Okay, so the reason for this is how clear you want to feel. And the next thing I'm going to have you do is take some time with this process again, just looking at the words. If there's anything else you need to add to it, go ahead and do that. And then look at that peaceful self on the clean, clear sheet of paper. Our goal is to get us there. So you're going to go ahead and stop this video and you're going to start the next one, which is the meditation for the chorale exercise. So be in a place where you can take some time and be with the next piece, which is the meditation. And come back here next week and we'll talk some more about abundance and more processes around acceptance and allowance of our worth and abundance and prosperity in our own lives, around money, around time, around whatever it is that you need more of in your life and you're ready to accept and embrace it. So this process is to clear out the old jumbled up thoughts and ideas. The next piece is the meditation to bring us to presence in that clear space. And I look forward to seeing you next week on Tuesdays with Tara.